Conference championship weekend in college football. We've got it covered here at the Voice of College Football. Check out our various previews across our network of channels. We've got our weekly visit from Steve Merrill from Wager Talk. There you see his contact information right there on the banner. WagerTalk.com for Steve's selections on not just college football, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and of course the NFL. Right now, Steve, we go to conference championship weekend, and it's just kind of strange in this playoff era where we've got two championship games in which the underdog has no chance of making the playoff. The favorite, meaning Michigan and Georgia, should make the playoff regardless of winning the game. And then we've got conference championships like North Carolina, Clemson that mean nothing toward the playoff. And then we've got two that are direct routes to the playoff. So let's go to this Michigan Big Ten matchup against Purdue. The Wolverines coming off that impressive showing in Columbus as a 17-point favorite, Steve, against the Boilermakers.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Mark, too, because this is the 8 o'clock Eastern game along with that Clemson, North Carolina ACC game that you mentioned. And, well, of course, know basically what has happened in the Georgia-LSU game. And I would think if Georgia beats LSU, they're going to hold on to number one, and Michigan, I guess, could be playing for seeding if they were to lose that game. But I don't see them losing, first of all, as a 2.5 touchdown favorite. And then on top of that, I actually like them more likely to cover the big numbers. So, Michigan's been a play-on team for me all season. I did not use the game last week. In fact, my math model, not really my math model, my database projections had Ohio State with the line value. It was really the first time all season, as we mentioned here on the videos, that it wasn't favoring Michigan, because I've been pro-Michigan all years. Back in September, I recommended them at 20-1 as a dark horse national title contender at that point. Obviously, they're not a dark horse anymore, and obviously you're not going to get 20-1 anymore. But we saw what they're capable of on the road last week against a good Ohio State team, and not a team I'm looking to get in front of anytime soon. You do worry a little bit about a flat spot. As you said, they're locked in now. We saw this happen also a couple weeks ago against Illinois. They had the look ahead to Ohio State. They were fortunate to even win that game as a 17-point favorite, and now we have a very similar point spread here. So that is a concern, a little bit of a flat spot. But the fact that it is for the Big Ten championship, the Illinois game was not for the Big Ten title. So I don't think they let down here, and I think they come fully focused. And if they do, they should be able to win and cover the margin.
You can catch Steve's work at wagertalk.com. Get on over to Patreon. Get Steve's under-the-radar selection of the week. He is a remarkable, I didn't even keep track of last week's selection, Steve. Do we recall what that was?
It's funny, Mark. We were 11-1 going in last week, and it landed right on the number. So It was either a win or a push. We'll call it a push. It was 21.5, right?
Right.
And how crazy is that? Alabama wins by 22, which is what we call a dead number. 21 is the likely number. So we'll take the push. We'll keep it at 11-1 over 90% for the year.
11-1 against the spread. Steve's under the radar selections. They're exclusive to our college football community on Patreon. Go to patreon.com. Search Mark Rogers TV. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Mark.